we've only known about this for a month, right? We've only known about this for a month. The Alabama Attorney General has known about this since February, for half a year, for the better part of a year.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
We've been tracking this story about child labor in the state of Alabama for the last month or so. And just to review really quickly before we get to the update, because, you know, if you're not a regular listener to the program, if you listen to maybe like conservative radio stations or something, you would be forgiven for not knowing about this because they're not talking about it. But back in July, Reuters came out with a big report showing that for sure several children, including 12-year-old girls, were working at a Hyundai supplier manufacturing plant outside of Montgomery in Laverne, Alabama. And potentially dozens of children worked there from testimony from the workers. Dozens of children. That is, I mean, really, really beyond the pale. The report also revealed that this plant is an unsafe working environment, even more so than a normal manufacturing plant. You know, you're going to have a lot of risks in a safe manufacturing plant. But this plant has received several fines from OSHA. OSHA almost never fines anybody, totaling nearly $50,000 in the last 10 years, including violations within the last year and including violations for crush and amputation hazards. Really, really an unsafe working environment for anybody, much less 12-year-old girls. Also in the report are testimonies from local cops saying that they relayed all of this to the Alabama Attorney General back in February. And there has been no action from the Alabama Attorney General's office since February. And a full month after the story broke, the Alabama Attorney General has not commented publicly at all. And right-wing freaks across the state have not been lobbying for him to come down on bosses for employing little girls in manufacturing plants. Well, another Alabama Hyundai supplier has been found to have been utilizing child labor. Court filings made public last week showed that the U.S. Department of Labor said in a complaint that SL Alabama, which is a Hyundai-owned subsidiary, repeatedly violated labor regulations by, quote, employing oppressive child labor and, quote, minors under the age of 16. SL Alabama admitted to Reuters that children did work there, but you see, it's not their fault because the children were hired by an outside firm.
And I'm sure nobody realized there were children walking around.
I mean, you know, look, 12-year-old girl, 30-year-old woman. I mean, you know, you could be forgiven for not knowing the difference. Hyundai again told Reuters that it does not tolerate illegal hiring practices and that they, quote, have policies and procedures in place that require compliance with all local, state, and federal laws. This statement in contrast to everything that we have about their employment practices.
Yeah, how's that going? How are the policies and procedures going right now? Every time you get hit with an OSHA fine and you're caught employing children.
From the Reuters article, quote, a proposed settlement agreement between the government and the parts manufacturer was filed with the court. Under the terms of that agreement, SL Alabama agreed to stop hiring minors. Wow. You know?
God, what an ask.
They agreed to punish any managers aware of the use of underage employees and suspend any relationship with any recruiters who supply child workers. The proposed agreement was signed August 18th by an SL Alabama attorney and a Department of Labor attorney. It has not yet been signed by a judge, though. The filings did not detail how many minors worked at SL Alabama or what type of jobs they performed, and it is not clear whether the company or the labor contractors it works with will face any fines or any other penalties. The Alabama Attorney General has not commented on this revelation either.
Maybe he's really busy.
He could be really busy.
You think he's really busy? What's he been doing?
It's possible because it takes a lot of time to write tweets, Adam. I don't know.
Oh,
you're not.
That's right. Yeah.
Adam, folks who don't know, Adam is not on Twitter. He does not have a Twitter account. And so he would be forgiven for not understanding that it takes a really long time to tweet and to compile and to craft the tweets, which is what the Alabama Attorney General has been doing since these revelations have been made public, and since he's known about it. Remember, folks, we have only known, the plebs, the peasants, the normal people, we've only known about this for a month, right? We've only known about this for a month. The Alabama Attorney General has known about this since February, for half a year, for the better part of a year. The Alabama Attorney General has known about this. Since then, he has had time, though, to tweet out a form that you can fill out if Twitter hurts your feelings. He's also moved as fast as humanly possible after Roe was overturned to ensure that little girls in Alabama have to carry their uncle's rape baby. And he has threatened to sue Google, and he has made multiple interview appearances on Fox News. So, look, you can't say that his priorities are not in order. He's really, these are important things for working people in the state of Alabama. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.